Hello, Cyber World. Welcome to the Ash Said It Show. I'm your host, Ash Brown, and we appreciate all of the love, all the support, over 1,700 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this is possible without you guys, so I thank you so very, very much. And yes, as we are slowly gravitating toward the holiday season, everybody always has some questions about jolly old Saint Nick. So I brought along here Tom Jerman with me today, and we're going to talk about his new book project, Santa Claus Worldwide. Hey, Tom, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty awesome, Tom. So, Tom, tell us about the inspiration behind this book.
Well, the inspiration really goes back 35 or 40 years when I started collecting Santa Claus figurines. Little statues of Santa made by various peoples. And I did that until I had, I think at present, about 4,500 figurines. And there was not a good book about collecting, determining who made a particular piece, how much it was worth, and so on. So I decided to write one. I had just retired from my practice as a lawyer and decided to do something worthwhile with my life. And I quickly figured out that the first chapter, which was going to be a history of Santa Claus, had become a lot longer than I had expected, 250 or 300 pages. So we decided to write the book about Santa's history and then do the collection part later.
Now, as you were writing the history, was there any fact or any instance that came out to you that surprised you a little bit?
Yeah, there were a number. One of them is just the diversity of Santa. And when I say Santa, I don't mean necessarily somebody who gets called Santa in their home country. It could be Ded Moroz, who's the Russian Santa, or Knecht Ruprecht, who's a German figure. But they are all, in my mind, Santa, because they all do the same thing. They are the personification of the spirit of Christmas. And the surprising diversity really was amazing. You have animals, you have children, you have women, you have every age, every race. Someplace that is the Christmas gift giver, or the midwinter gift giver, as I call it, because in some places it's not even Christmas time, it's a New Year's habit or something like that.
Gotcha. So who was your target audience when you were completing this book?
My target audience is people who love and want to know more about Santa Claus. And that could be anybody from a 12 or 13-year-old kid who likes Santa and wants to know more to a 75-year-old. It's not a book, to be honest, that a 5-year-old is going to be able to read. It's an academic history. Everything in it is real, from cited publications. So it's academic in the sense that it's true. This is not stuff I made up. This is the actual story of how these figures came about.
So how far back does the timeline go?
It goes to, I will say Stonehenge. If you're familiar with that, it's about 5,000 years old. They discovered over the years that it was originally used for a celebration in honor of the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. And the way it started was, as the days got very short, it got very cold, plants died, animals began to die. They couldn't very well keep themselves over the winter if they didn't slaughter some of the animals. They went out with a big feast that would go on for several weeks. They didn't have any work to do because you couldn't work when it was dark. And that was the origination of the Santa Claus celebration, or the midwinter celebration. It wasn't until the middle of the 4th century that one of the Roman emperors decided it would become the celebration of the birth of Christ. That was almost 400 years after Christ was born.
So, Tom, where can people get this book today? Where can they go and get the book?
Today it is 3 places. Amazon.com has it. BarnesandNoble.com has it. And my own website, which is called acollectionofsantas.com, has it for sale. And we give you 25% off compared to the others.
Okay. Cool beans. Well, Tom, thank you so much for coming through and sharing, dropping this knowledge on us. And there's a lot more to jolly old St. Nick than just, candy canes and reindeer, huh?
There is. I hope people enjoy it because it really is fascinating to see how these figures developed and to learn that this year is the bicentennial of the American Santa Claus.
I like that. Well, Tom, much more success. You have a happy and wonderful holiday season. We definitely appreciate you coming through to the show. Definitely appreciate that. And we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the show. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.